Namaste to you all. This is a video about how meditation can affect or change sex life. There are a lot of thoughts in my head. I want to get it out. This is kind of like my journal. I might share this on YouTube. I mean, I'm not sure yet, uh, because I don't have a plan or I don't have a specific arrangement of content where it can be the videos can be short and help a lot of people. That's not in my mind. This is just I'm just making a video for myself so that I can come back and see at a later point of time how this way of thinking as of now uh, shaped me in the next 1 year or uh, 6 months when I reflect back on it, because uh, I don't do journaling. I don't write that much. That's not my way uh, of journaling. I would say I like more audio and video. So yeah, deep meditation states. I entered some deep meditation states in my life from past 1 to 2 years. Some of them happened without me trying to go deeper. It just happened out of the blue. I just woke up one day and just started meditating, and it's pretty rare. I mean, I had to like put myself in a zone where I want to go deeper, or like you need that push, right? You need that push, or uh, to make you go deeper, right? But there are some meditation experiences I just didn't have anything in my mind. I just woke up and sat down for meditation, and I didn't even realize that it went so deep, because it took me a couple of weeks to understand those meditation experiences are because I didn't even think that it was an experience. First of all, I thought it just a meditation, just like normal meditation, right? So uh, but there are some experiences which really changed how I look, uh, my view on sex, and it's the energy behind sex. It's completely changed. It's like it kind of, I would say, it definitely demolished or kind of ruined my view on sex in the past, like how kind of like my old self, I would say. So it's definitely but still the remnants of that old self or that old thoughts were still in my mind. They take certain time in my mind. It just thoughts come up in a normal view, how I view sex, and how it used to be a necessity before. It used to be kind of like, how can I describe this? Maybe like getting thoughts are provoking, and like, getting creative in my mind before I pursue sexual partner or something like that, and be in that bliss when I'm thinking about it. But now it's kind of changed now. It's more aware now. It's like whenever I get this thought of having an intercourse with someone, or it's it definitely changed. It's like the enjoyment in those thoughts were not there. It's, my deep meditation experiences just killed it. It's like it puts so much awareness in it right now. Like it's like, let's just say if I'm thinking about someone is in my mind, or having a deep sexual experience with someone, or how it begins, or how I'm approaching that person. I'm thinking about it in my mind. I'm laying on my bed and thinking about it and see how it goes. So all that bliss was gone now. I mean, in the place of bliss, awareness is like awareness took that spot. And whenever I start thinking about it, then deeper questions come up. Like, are you really seeking just um, a normal sexual experience, or you want to have sex, or really make love? Making love, which will make you feel that you are inside out. You're trying to that, like you want that kind of love, or you just want like a normal animal sex, or just to come off of that eroticness, just to like release that energy. You're seeking that or this. So it's like, oh my. So it's cool because I'm happy that this is happening with me and many others. I'm sure it is happening with many others who are into meditation. It got to me a point. It definitely got to me a point where there is no sex without meditation. So it's like, yeah, if I'm not meditating or understood what meditation is, or have little bit few, at least few meditation experiences, I don't think I can even say that I made love to someone. It doesn't happen. There's a whole different level of awareness. It just poured, downloaded into my head, and it's like now in the early. I'm really in an early phase of learning about my sexuality, or how where the desire is coming from, the root of the desire, and what is it trying to get. Yeah, I mean, there are sexual thoughts, and there are these feelings of bliss, or these thoughts of bliss making my body blissful when I'm thinking about it, and or but where is this coming from? So where is the root? And what am I really getting from it? Or it's like it's these questions come up. Are you trying to really get something, or trying to give something? If you're trying to give something, is there any expectation behind it to get something? All these questions when this, but this happens in a very fast zone, though. It doesn't take much time. It's just 1 or 2 seconds. I get this. I'm like, all right. So this is setting my view on sex as of now, because sexual energy is spiritual energy, and I've been a celibate since 8 months. So I was pretty uh, active sexually before I took this, uh, or I decided, like, no, let's not date anyone for a while and get into my own energy, and see where I want to go, and use that sexual energy for spiritual purpose. Because relationships demand uh, attention, and like, your focus on the other person. Almost every relationship does, in my view. And I I'm not like, I love to do that, but my focus suddenly turned into meditation, and finding more information about um, tantra, and like learning about it, like just not reading an article or something. I want to go deeper. So that made me think, and got wherever I am right now since past 8 months. So definitely it was a battle. It still is a battle with some of my thoughts, and how a craving starts in my mind for a sexual relationship, or uh, how the craving controls my mind, and where it takes me, and how far I let myself go with the thought process, like how the thoughts are starting, and how am I going with it, and how far am I going with it, and where is my awareness in it. So the time of me thinking about sex or like a romantic feeling in how I want to arrange the place. And sex is very spiritual to me. So how how to make it better? Like it's like I'm entering someone else's temple, because I treat the other person's body as temple. So how to make this more beautiful for both of us? So these romantic feelings were there, and they'll take me somewhere. And after how much time, I'm pulling my mind back again to this moment here. If that makes sense. So that awareness of how long I went and how far I went and how many minutes or hours I was in the zone of thinking and coming back to normal, or like right here, right now. So the time became shorter. It used to be maybe like 20 minutes or something. Once I get in, I imagine these things and like, okay, then let's do this and flowers and that and this and all the good food. And it's like the herbs and many things, the Ayurvedic herbs, and it's everything which is helping building the chi energy or the life force. So many things come into this 20 minutes of my vision or my imagination. And but that, with meditation, that got shorter. The 20 minutes became like 18 minutes and 15 minutes and 10 minutes. Then it just came to a point where it's like a minute now. It's sometimes maybe 2 minutes. If I just if my awareness is way lower in the state of mind I was in that spot, maybe 3 minutes. But bringing it back to 1 minute was really good, because I'm still imagining, but imagining with awareness. It's like it's definitely definitely hard to explain, but I'm sure there are a lot of people who can understand this. Uh, that really changed my entire view on sex. Because sex is the life force. It's the energy which can make another life, and that can circulate when two people are having the sex, and with a deeper awareness, when they both are taking time before entering that zone, before entering an intercourse. And yeah, this whole thing has kind of put me in a place of contemplation. It's taken hours sometimes. It's taken hours, and because I'm really enjoying it. Like I'm really enjoying this awareness I have right now. It's unbelievable, because it is much needed, because it's kind of like a next level. I cannot even like start imagining how, if I find a partner who is aware like me, or the same level of awareness I have right now. I can't even imagine. It's just blowing my mind in a million ways. It's like, so it's worth the wait, and I'm really enjoying the wait for the right partner to come in. because because there are people who are interested in me, and they were really beautiful people, amazing people. So, but still, that awareness, or that acceptance deep within, it's not happening. It's like you see that person. Yeah, your mind is thinking that, oh wow, this. I mean, I could have fun with that person, or I could really have fun with her. But the thing is, the inner feeling, that awareness which woke up, just not letting me take that action I used to take before. It's like so in a simple word, it's not letting me go however I used to go before. The awareness just rose now. So I had to like I just watch my mind at the time when I'm getting attracted to someone, and sit with it, not decide right there and then it'll pass. Then that craving, it's from a deeper craving from my past or something. So it just comes up like that. But when I find the right person, I'll definitely know. There's no doubt in that. It's like it's, the clarity is it's a kind of like, when you are in the illusion, you are in perfect bliss, because that's your reality at the time. That's your pure reality. Even though you are in delusion or in illusion, that was the reality at the time. The other reality doesn't, the real reality doesn't even exist. So it's like you are in a perfect state of bliss because you are in an ignorant state at the time. Because I was in that state many times in my life, which I thought, oh my god, this is just amazing. But yeah, no, this is just my imagination. So after like few months or a week, or like, after 1 year, then I'm like, all right, this is how my imagination began. This is how I run my imagination to a certain point, and attach my emotions to that imagination, and thought that this is what reality was. But how real was it? Once my awareness changed, everything just poured into my head. So yeah, and the thing is, when the awareness changes with your meditation practices, or with your tantra practices, or your breathing practices, or your yoga asanas, they all, like, yoga is not different. Yoga is not physical only. When they say yoga, it is about union. It is about union of your mind, body, and spirit. Meditation is yoga too. It all combines together. So yoga is not just asanas. So, but it's a asana is a way where you can reach those heights of meditativeness, because you're balancing your physical body. It's like it's so deep subject. Yoga asanas, like one asana can take a long time if you want to perfect it, because the asana might look, the posture might look in any way. The yoga posture you're doing, that might look so hard, like you're upside down, or the asana might look very tough for people who are watching you. Because I can give an example for this. uh, like 2 years ago, when I just started thinking about yoga, and I took a vacation, and I took my ex, now ex, but at the time, uh, we both went to Goa, and uh, we had like we booked a place for which is teaching, like they are teaching yoga in Goa for 2 weeks, and it's kind of like an ashram, but you can go out too. You just have a shelter, like a camp, where you can camp in that, and you have your own shower, and it's like a canopy, or like a tent, but kind of like a permanent or a stronger tent where it stays for a couple of years. So you have your shower and all inside, and the restroom inside the tent. So yeah, this is the place is called I forgot the name. It's Himalayan Iyengar Yoga Center. So they have like two centers. One is in Goa, and the other one is in the Himalayas, in Dharamshala. So we went to Goa one, and because it was winter, so Goa is pretty hot in winter. It's like 80 degrees in winter there. So in January, so it's pretty hot. Uh, uh, yeah, so there I kind of like in shoulder stand. Uh, it took me 3 days to get into shoulder stand because I never did yoga before, and in the shoulder stand, I started snoring because after the third day, first day I was not comfortable, but the third day I could reach a spot where I let each and every muscle go, like all the tight muscles wherever they are. It took me some time in the shoulder stand, but once I let all these each nerve go, or these muscles loosen up one by one. I did that, and after that happened, I felt like I was on my bed on the shoulder stand. It felt like I was laying on my bed. It was that comfortable. And I don't know when I got into napping in that in that in that pose. And when I opened my eyes, I mean, the teacher was all the students like me were like they're watching me. They just sat in front of me, and teacher was explaining what's happening with me. But I didn't know what was going on because I was so relaxed. So one pose to perfect it might take a lot of time. And if you find balance in that pose, you can stay in that pose for a long time. Even though the pose looks harder, or even the posture is really hard to like get that pose or that asana. So yeah, and that was my experience with yoga, and like it's all this combines together. So this meditation, and because yoga is balance, it's extreme balance. Once you get in, you'll understand. You'll get a little deeper into your body, and close your eyes and like getting into where your tightness is, and it's a wonderful process. Really, these all are just super awesome subjects, super awesome things, which are pretty divine to me. So yeah, so the sexual thing, it's just it's blowing my mind for sure. And I don't know how far from here I need to wait or go, or how this is all playing in my life, because there is it's kind of like I'm saying I'm waiting for the right person to come in, or right person for me to meet, but there is no wait exactly. I'm not waiting for that. It's just for saying purpose. I'm saying that okay, I'm enjoying this process of wait, but really I'm enjoying myself. It's almost like there is no need. There is no need for a partner. My mind's the old mind has certain like certain things kind of like leftovers, I would say, from my past. They're still playing its game, but I'm just watching that game. I'm not reacting to it, and because the awareness wouldn't let me do whatever I used to do before, and yeah, because the imagination of me having a sexual experience now with the person I want to is way deeper than what I used to think about before. It's extremely different. It's completely. It's like feeling that one breath when you're with the other person, because I can really feel that. It's so for me to pursue my sexual thoughts or interests or cravings with my old self is not gonna happen, because I definitely realize this, because it just doesn't make sense, and it's not fair for myself and the other person too. It's almost like cheating now. It became like that. It's like if the other person is not aware, but your awareness is so high, then it's like it's like it feels like I'm cheating that person, or she doesn't know where the level where I am at right now. And yeah, definitely she's having bliss, or but the awareness, when the awareness sinks between two people, oh my god, it's like me 100% vulnerable without even questioning or thinking about being vulnerable. So I'm so excited. These views are just pouring into my head, and I would definitely want to be 100% vulnerable with the person if I'm pursuing a sexual experience, or if I'm opening my door for a sexual experience at some point in time in my life, whenever that is. Because I'm really happy right now. I mean, it's I'm fulfilled. I feel really full. So, but I still have these thoughts coming up, and I sit with it, and Just sit how they are playing their role and not react to it. The more I not react to it, the more freedom I'm feeling. So it became like a game now with my mind. You sit down and it's like you have this, especially in the mornings, all this the energy from sleeping. Um, for men, it's pretty common, right? We are generally horny in the morning or aroused in the morning. Uh, so that energy is taking shapes as thoughts in that eroticness or something. When that happens, I kind of like close my eyes and just not move, not get out, or just don't want to, even though I know that I don't want to think about it right now because I need to wake up and do my morning routine, or make some cacao or whatever I have in my mind. But still, I don't want to push that away. I'm taking time. I love to take time and just lay down before getting out of bed and see where the thoughts are coming from and let them play. Let the feeling of that, whatever that sexual thought is giving me, play and not reject it, and also not attach to it. Do not crave it. So this is what I'm doing. This is also kind of like vipassana is helping me here, uh, for me to like not get into that, and stay celibate as long as I can, because uh, that whole energy, me being a celibate, or just that entire energy, because I'm not masturbating or no ejaculating and all that. That is that's a massive help in spiritual seeking, because you don't get tired, and it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain this. It's really good. It's very pure energy, and I'm learning how to divert it to a purpose, or like make my awareness even higher. Uh, but there will be strong pulls from the past, and I know that, and I've been through that and passed that zone. That was pretty tough. It's like a battle with my head. Uh, but my intention was stronger, so I kept going. I still keep going. Yeah, and this is how it changed my entire view on sex, and it's massive. It's amazing. It's because when you're full, when you feel full, like when you're in a place where you are fulfilled, you're content with your life, with all the things you have, or or you will have, or uh, the necessity to seek someone would go lower. It's like you don't need to put your radar or something turned on for searching for someone. It's just you just do your stuff normally, like whatever you want to do. You're pursuing your interests, and mm, especially when I go to nature, my awareness since the vipassana experience and few other experiences past 1.5 year, especially uh, my heartbrokenness, or like in a narcissistic relationship, that broke my heart wide open. It's like my feminine energy is active. It just awakened. There are times when when the flowers bloom in my backyard, I just go into this state where I'm just sitting there and watching them, the tears of joy just flowing for no reason. Just seeing those flowers, it's amazing to me to see that, because I was not that person before. Seeing a flower and having the tears in my eyes, like joyful tears, I'm not that. I was pretty masculine before. It's a flower, so that's how I used to see it. It's a flower. It's a beautiful flower. Yeah, I do accept that, but not in a way I can feel the flower. It was not there before. So I'm very happy for the narcissist I was with, because she broke my heart wide open. I'm thankful for that, even though it hurts like hell, and it's the most mindfuck relationship I've ever had, or will have, definitely. In the future or in the past or whatever. But that helped me reach to myself, because my seeking of spirituality was not that intense before that. Once my heart broke, then it's like I went into depression, and I had to go through a lot to come to this awareness, or the state of mind which I have right now, which I'm really happy about, because I could see how a decade from now how my life would be, since for like in the future, because the future is in this moment, is in this present moment, the way I'm dealing with this moment right now, like every moment, moment by moment, this is the future. So once it was in my intellectual understanding before, I never had this experience, but once I understood that the future is the present moment, then it's like my whole choices change. It's like this whole clarity just it's, it's amazing. So yeah, uh, hope I could connect with some people here, or the people who are having the same kind of experience like me, or going through all this awakening process, which is not that easy. I mean, yeah, experiences makes it like better. it's like it's like icing on the top. But there would be a stage for like for each person is different. For me, it was like probably 1.5 year. I would say 1.5 year. This whole thing was separate, or it was tough on me, or I was conceiving it as tough because my old self was melting right in front of me. The what I thought I was, or the future plans I had, or the whole thing was melting. So, and now the new person is coming, and it's like I don't know how to take it, because there was no help for me. I didn't. I'm not a person who generally goes and asks for help. I'm a kind of person who will try to help others, but I don't know how to ask for help. It's I just didn't do this much in my life. So I kind of, whatever happens to me, I generally try to do it by myself or help myself. It takes some time, but it gives me great strength. So I kind of accepted the pain I had in my life, and my own pain became my greatest teacher once I surrendered to my pain, because pain is amazing. It's like I can't imagine how much wisdom it gave me once I surrendered to my pain. So the places it took me, and how why pain occurs, and how much I have abandoned myself, and thinking that people are places, or those abandoned me, but now how much I abandoned myself in that spot. It taught me so many things. It's amazing. So yeah, thanks for listening, and hope if you're into meditation, into tantra, my best wishes to you, because you're embarking on a journey which is just mind blowing, and it it never dissatisfies. In my view, yeah. Thank you so much. Namaste.